Welcome to another Wikipedia Weekends, and what we're talking about this week, Lucas.
Lightsabers.
And the guy who wields them, Darth Vader. Okay, so today we are talking about Darth Vader, and there's a lot of wiki pages about Darth Vader, so specifically we are using the one on the Villains Wiki, which we've used before, just because it's not as in-depth as the one on the Star Wars Wiki.
Oh, yeah, of course not.
Do you know what the Star Wars Wiki is actually called? So I actually kind of like this.
No?
It's called Wikipedia. Anyway,
That's awesome.
But like the one on Darth Vader is like 1,000 million words long.
Yeah, because they'll be like the most catalogue character along like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, the Villains Wiki has a more condensed version of that doesn't basically explain every little thing about the character.
It's just got, here's some cool things about Darth Vader.
And let's get straight into it. Let's just start with Darth Vader. Let's go vital statistics and things like that. Let's read his character card, shall we? So, full name, Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, it's pretty good, not bad.
No, it's a lie. I still consider them separate characters.
I do, yeah. I think like they are. The fact that as well, Anakin Skywalker gets redeemed, but Darth Vader doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of like the fact that Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen, is in the Force Ghost, because that's the last time he was like, still Anakin. But anyway, that's like, an argument for another day. But aliases: Darth Vader, Lord Vader, Dark Lord Vader, the Dark Lord, Vader, the Chosen One, Darth, Master Vader. So basically just variation. Do you know what I feel like? That was like when Darth Vader first got on the scene.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know what? I'm trying to come up with a name. I don't know what works.
Trying out a few different things.
He's trying out his MSN screen name and changing it a few times. It reminds me of like Horizon Zero Dawn. We had this discussion earlier, didn't we, where you can swap around any part of that title and it sounds exactly the same. Horizon Zero Dawn. Zero Horizon Dawn. So similarly, Lord Vader, the Dark. Dark Lord Vader. Vader, Darth. Also, I think it's funny that in one of the Star Wars movies, before Darth's supposed to be a title bestowed upon someone, in one of the earlier movies, because like Alec Guinness didn't give a shit, he refers to Vader as Darth, as if it's his name.
Oh.
And they never bothered to correct it in any of the special editions. So yeah, that's a huge inconsistency in the film. So like, surely Obi-Wan would know that Darth is a title and not his name.
Yeah, he's just calling him Darth instead of like Vader.
Yeah, or Anakin. But yeah, you know what, fuck it. So, powers and skills. So, incredibly strong command of the dark side of the Force. Telepathy, precognition, mind manipulation, psychometry. I don't know what that means, but I'm presuming there's a thing in Star Wars about it. There's no blue words here. Barrier creation, energy manipulation, aura sensing, clairvoyance, materiokinesis. Is that Final Fantasy VII thing? Materia, let's go. Consume essence, force stun, pyrokinesis. Of all characters to have that, I did not expect Darth Vader.
No.
You think he wouldn't like fire? It's like when you realise that Darth Vader, when he was Darth Vader, had a castle on a lava planet. You think the last thing Darth Vader would want to see when he looks out his fucking window would be lava. But whatever. Inhuman resilience, superhuman strength, lightsaber proficiency, expertise in piloting, and military genius.
He's pretty good at stuff.
Yeah. I also like as well how they, in the Star Wars universe, piloting a ship is a genetic trait. And that's why they say Kylo Ren's so good at flying stuff. Because obviously Darth Vader was his grandfather and Han Solo was his father. As if it's something that's like, genetically inherited and not a skill that can be learned. Like, how dumb is that?
Yeah.
You're good at flying this because, Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader's good at flying things, so Luke Skywalker is also good at flying things.
So stupid.
I just got to this section that says hobbies, and the top one is just torturing his enemies. So Darth Vader's hobbies are, and I quote, according to this wiki, torturing his enemies, manipulating and force choking his officers when they fail him, slaying rebels, and meditating. Alright, ladies, let us know if you saw that in a guy's Tinder profile, would you swipe right or left? So I like meditating and torturing my enemies. Goals: save his loved ones from death, parentheses, failed. Protect the Galactic Empire, parentheses, failed.
He's really not good at his
Use the
job,
Mustafarian artifact to become immortal and bring Padme back from the dead, parentheses, failed. Turn his son Luke Skywalker to the dark side and rule over the galaxy, parentheses, failed. Ensure the Death Star's construction is moving well without any disturbances or interruptions, parentheses, succeeded. Serve Emperor Palpatine, succeeded, mostly. That's good. I like that. So what you need to do now, Lucas, is get an edit of that scene where Darth Vader just throws Palpatine off the edge with just serve the Emperor with a little tick next to it. Okay, now so
I mean, if episode 9's to be believed, I guess he did protect him in the end.
Oh god, it's so fucking annoying. We have here some choice quotes from Darth Vader. Do you want to guess what the top one is?
Is it "No, I am your father"?
Yeah, and I'm glad that you got that right because everybody always gets that wrong. And do you know the entire exchange?
I know most of it, I think.
Okay, so we'll do it now so people know it's for reference, and it is Vader, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
It's like he told me enough, you killed him.
And then Vader says, "No, I am your father."
Oh,
but
okay,
it's a bit stilted, a bit wonky, so I think pop
It's
culture,
way more catchy to just be like, "Luke, I am your father."
And and a lot of people get weirded out. It's like a Mandela effect thing when you tell them that. And they go, "No, I remember it as Luke, I am your father." It's really not.
It's like, go and watch it.
It's never been...
definitely not.
It's like in the original Sherlock Holmes novels. Sherlock Holmes never says "elementary, my dear Watson," and everyone swears that he does. It's like, no, it never appeared in any of the books.
He does say elementary though, like.
Yeah, he says elementary and he says "my dear Watson."
Yeah,
so they got combined.
But people just in their heads have just put them together. Yeah.
Or like Lassie, where Timmy never actually fell down a well. In any original episode of Lassie ever.
What?
He never fell down a well.
What?
Am I blowing your mind like that? Timmy.
I've never watched Lassie, but that's all I know about it.
Timmy never fell down. I think he fell into a hole in one episode, but it wasn't a well. Anyway. So, the next quote we have is one of my personal favourites. It's the stupidest. "Don't be too proud of this technological terror you have constructed. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force." Delivered much better than I did by James Earl Jones. And my favourite thing about that is the next thing Darth Vader does is choke a man, and the Death Star can blow up a planet. So it's like this thing that can destroy planets is insignificant compared to the power of the Force. As I choke someone, something you could do with your bare hands.
But Karl, he chokes him from a distance.
Yeah, from quite far away, even though he has a lightsaber.
Like from across a table.
And I get it, because they say that multiple times, because size is nothing compared to the Force, like Yoda lifts up the Y-Wing and stuff like that. But to me, they never actually showcase the Force doing anything on the same scale as the Death Star. Save for spoilers for Rise of Skywalker. There! Just like ultimate jazz hands. So let's just go straight to portrayals. And some people might not know this. He was portrayed by David Prowse, we've talked about on the channel before, and voiced by James Earl Jones, who, fun fact, originally didn't want a credit for the voice.
Oh.
He didn't think his contribution to the character was big enough to deserve a credit, so he originally wasn't credited in the theatrical cut, and I think they put it on after the fact in DVD and video releases.
So his entire character's voice is not enough of a...
No, he saw it as special effects. James Earl Jones believed it was akin to special effects. Where it's no, I'm just doing a voiceover. Why? It's like David Prowse.
Does he not want credit for voiceovers?
No, he didn't give a shit. So he saw David Prowse is Darth Vader, and I think in the original David Prowse had sole credit, and then it was James Earl Jones, and it's a joint credit. And then in another film, I forget the name of the guy now, but he does all the sword fighting. So it's a shared triple credit. So 3 people portray Darth Vader. So at the end of Return of the Jedi, he was portrayed by the late Sebastian Shaw. So he's the guy who plays him when the mask comes off. Mm-hmm. And did you hear that he didn't give a fuck about Star Wars? He didn't know. Alec Guinness, the backstory, it's he hated Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I know about Alec Guinness. Yeah,
Alec Guinness hated Star Wars, and there's a famous story. A kid come up to him and says, "Can you sign my autograph, Obi-Wan? I've watched Star Wars 100 times." He said, "I'll sign it as long as you promise never to watch that trash again."
Oh.
And the kid started crying.
Oh my God.
The story goes that Alec Guinness and Sebastian Shaw had worked together in theatre a few years earlier, and he didn't know he was going to be on set. So Alec Guinness was going, "What are you doing here?" He goes, "Oh, I'm here for some silly sci-fi thing." And Obi-Wan went, "Yeah, me too."
Oh, sorry, Alec, that your entire life just got paid for by Star Wars.
Oh yeah, because Alec Guinness got 5% of the gross, and I think his family still gets that, because they deserve it apparently.
Yeah, what a silly sci-fi thing.
Powers and abilities, and they say here's a little quote about him: "He was the best star pilot in the galaxy and a cunning warrior." Yes, he was. And I also love as well, you see someone pointed out recently that in the original trilogy, when Darth Vader first fights Luke Skywalker, he says, Obi-Wan trained you well. It's because Luke Skywalker has the high ground. You can't defeat him. So, the Force, as the Chosen One, they even capitalised the Chosen One, fucking hell. Vader was immensely powerful and has an amazingly strong connection to the Force, stronger than any known Force user in existence. Enter Galen Marek, the Starkiller who's no longer canon, ripping Star Destroyers out of orbit, but whatever. However, after he was burned alive on Mustafar and forced to become a cyborg, I like the idea, he was forced to become a cyborg against his will. He never reached his full potential as the physical trauma caused by his transformation greatly limited his ability to use the Force to his full potential. So, how much do you know about this, like in behind the scenes, like Star Wars canon, comics and books and that sort of thing?
Not particularly. I mainly just know like the mainline films.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that I kind of like about the Portrayal of Vader. They say all of like when they say his connection to the Force was severed, and that because obviously his midichlorians in your blood, there's less of his body physically, so he physically has less midichlorians. He's less powerful. They allude to the fact that no, actually he could be as strong as he ever could have been as like a whole complete man without the augmentations. It's all psychological.
Yeah.
He believes that he can't reach his true potential, so he can't reach his true potential.
So he's got like PTSD about it.
Yeah, it's that thing of because he doesn't believe in himself, he can't become that. It's so good. But then again, they don't know he's a robot. So he's got telekinesis, force choke. I love force choke.
Yeah.
It's my favourite thing, like the little detail that's pointed out to me where it's Darth Vader force chokes people like that. But in Rogue One, you see him go like that. It's like, he just killed that guy straight up because he's pissed off. He's not like choking him, he's killing him. He's just severing
his neck, yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking good. It's the best part of the entire film.
I do love, in a couple of games where you've been able to control Darth Vader, just force choke someone into the air and then throw your lightsaber at them. No. It's like, oh god.
It's like that first bit in Force Unleashed when you just Kamehameha-ing Wookiees through the forest. It's like, Kashyyyk. The it's like when the Wookiee warriors are jumping through the air and you Darth Vader, you think, what chance do you fucking have against Darth Vader, Mr. Unnamed Wookiee 6?
Yeah.
And you just like Kamehameha blast and it's like ragdoll across the... Oh, it's so good. So he could mind probe, mind control, force sense, force rage. So I love that, like force rage. Basically, he gets really angry. Force deflection, force destruction. And then we've got cyborg strength. So I love that. Like, he's obviously got his big robot hands. As a cyborg, Vader was physically stronger than most other sentient beings. Enough that he can hold the pressure of several tons to effortlessly lift the weight of a grown man or crush bones with his fist. Vader uses to his advantage in lightsaber combat. It's like, no shit, he does. I also like, they never show it, but like Darth Vader can just jump really high.
Yeah,
He's got robot legs. He can go, whoop, but he never does it.
And they can force jump as well, so it's like a combination of two things.
It's like the fact we never see Darth Vader do a backflip is like, it's completely wasted. Because like, Anakin loved doing that shit.
Yeah.
Because, well, again, I've read a lot of stuff about Star Wars. The reason that Anakin fights with backflips, it has no benefit in combat. He does it to show off.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's like, he keeps getting told, you're the chosen one, you're the best Force user ever. He does it to show off how good he is with the Force. Because doing backflips, like Force-assisted backflips, is seen as being really difficult, which is why only people like Yoda can do it.
I was going to say, just look at Yoda fighting when he's just like ping-ponging around a room.
Just like,
I can use the Force!
I just love that one of though. Like, oh man, why is Yoda considered so badass? He's like this 3-foot-tall green alien. And you just like smash it. It's like, oh yeah, I guess.
You know they put that scene in just for all the haters.
He's just loving it. Oh man. On to his trivia section. So Darth Vader's iconic status has made the character a synonym for evil in popular culture. I guess that's fair, isn't it? Like, he is so evil.
He is like the epitome of it.
But he's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, he's too cool. Like, the fact that he murdered all those children kind of like sours you on the fact that Darth Vader as a design is really fucking good.
Oh, it's awesome.
Because he's just a modern take on the samurai.
Yeah, it is. It's like sci-fi samurai.
Sci-fi samurai with like, influence of a knight because of the cape. Like the knight's cape. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, so Darth Vader has personally killed 3 Inquisitors, the Second Sister, an Unnamed Inquisitor, and a Twilight Inquisitor. However, the Grand Inquisitor commits suicide after his defeat rather than face Vader's wrath.
Oh god. I love that Vader's wrath.
It's more the thing of like, oh man, I failed, I've got to explain it to Darth Vader. Oh god, no. When Return of the Jedi was released on Blu-ray, Vader saying no in his redemption scene was added. So what do you think about the no? It's so shit.
It's so stupid.
It ruins the moment of the six. Just the fact that you like. I think The Mandalorian, which I've seen a few clips of, not the actual thing, but like showcases this perfectly where it is. The character doesn't need to speak. Like you can show something purely with body language, and when you see just Darth Vader like slowly looking between, like seeing his son getting horribly like tortured with lightning, all you need is just the movement of him walking towards him.
Exactly. Yeah.
But with purpose. Oh, I'm gonna fuck. You don't need the no. It's so bad.
It's so awful.
Oh man, I think I've talked about it before, but I fucking love the German version of Star Wars, just for that bit Joey becomes Darth Vader for the first time. Just because that bit where he like becomes Darth Vader, it's just 9 as like the entire universe shakes around him. It's like, oh god damn it.
Oh, that's cool.
Darth Vader's line, "No, I am your father," has become the most well-known and memorable quote ever in Star Wars, even though, as we mentioned earlier, everyone quotes it wrong. Receiving many various parodies in many media, fan fiction or merchandise alike. Although most assume the line was, "Luke, I am your father," one of the best memorable ones would be 1999's Pixar film, Toy Story 2, where Emperor Zurg tells Buzz that he is his father, which is a parody of the scene in Empire Strikes Back.
I love the fact that, like, they just went Star Wars in Toy Story 2.
Oh man, Toy Story is so fucking good.
Oh,
God
yeah.
damn, I love Toy Story. Why is that film just so OP? I love it. Darth Vader, alongside Galen Marek, the apprentice, made a guest appearance in Soul Calibur 4. Oh man, I fucking love that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh man, but the favourite bit is like his back throw is the Emperor toss, and you can do it off the stage. So I would always, when I played Vader, get people into the corner and do that throw off the edge. Darth Vader made a cameo in the 2012 animated film Wreck-It Ralph on the side of a games console. I didn't know that. And then the final one is, in Angry Birds Star Wars, both he and his heroic counterpart are portrayed by the Red Bird.
Why is it that out of all Star Wars trivia we ended on Angry Birds?
I don't know.
I think that sums up, like, just the commercialism of Star Wars.
It sums up like the commodification of what is like one of the greatest villains in all of history. Like, the way I've heard it put is, in 500 years, people will know who Darth Vader is. And he's that. He's up there with, like, you know, classic villains from literature. He's all like Moriarty and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, he's that like little red bird thing with.
And I love that one as well. Oh man, the new Star Wars trilogy has ruined, like, you know, Darth Vader and the Star Wars franchise. It's like, oh, here's an unrelated clip from like Galaxy's Edge, and it's just Darth Vader dancing on stage with stormtroopers
Doing like a Michael Jackson dance.
It's like Darth Vader has not been fucking terrifying a long ass time, and that's a bit unfortunate, but yeah, it's the way it is. Thanks, Disney.